Hi, I'm Laura from Kitty Makes It. Today I'm going to do day one of the Relaxed Peplum by Mama Can Do It patterns. So first thing first, print your pattern. I recommend using the layers. If you are between sizes, you might want to print more than one layer so that you can grade. Also, be sure to plug in your printer. That seems to always be my problem. I prefer Amazon Basics glue sticks. I like to glue rather than tape. I just find they stay together better. So I buy these really gigantic glue sticks. They last forever. You're going to line up the edges. I have one here. When you've done it correctly, you should have a perfect circle. Notice that I do have both the 18 and the 20 on here because I do grade to an 18 for my waist. So you're going to overlap all four sides to make that perfect circle. That's how you'll know it's put together right. If your circle is kind of not round, I intentionally did that one wrong, so that you can kind of see it's not really as round as it should be. So I like to glue as I go. I try to guess like what's going to be the pieces, so that I'm not just making one big sheet. I kind of glue the bodice and the arms. You can just glue one big sheet and then cut your layers. I usually cut to the largest layer and then go back in and grade so that I can be a little more precise. So here we go. Looks like I have made a small piece for the bodice, a couple big pieces where all the skirts are, and then I'm going to do some video magic, and I've put it away, and I'm going to magically just pull out pieces where I've cut them all apart and graded. So here I'm picking my fabric. I know that for me it takes me a little under 2 yards to make a peplum of various options. So I went through several pieces of fabric, being indecisive, not sure what I wanted to make. Ended up making peplums out of pretty much all of the ones that I thought of making, and measuring each piece as I go to see if I'm going to have enough. Sometimes I lay the pieces out to see if I'm going to have enough before I start cutting. So here I went with Santa Fe double brush poly from A Million Lane Designs. Double brushed poly is going to have a little less body than something like a Liverpool, so it's going to sit a little with more drape. It's great for the gathered option, which is what I decided to do here. So my gathered skirt, you can see I've got marks all over it. That's because I like to do mine as a pleated hack sometimes, and so I mark where my pleats should be to get them evenly spaced. This time around, I actually decided to try the high-low for the first time. I got on video and was like, oh, let's try something new. And I didn't read the instructions because I was on video. So I ended up actually cutting my high-low on the wrong side. The fold should have been on the other side. So I had to go back later and correct that. And that's why you'll see that my high-low is actually on the sides instead of in the front and back. Thanks for watching day one of the Relaxed Peplum Sewalong. So today we made it through assembling and cutting out the pattern and choosing the fabric. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a pause. We're going to do adjustments. So if you're sewing the women's size, for example, and you're exactly 5'5" and you don't need to grade between sizes, then tomorrow might be a relaxed day for you. But if you're making for a children's size that, for example, they're taller, they're in one size for their height and another size for their measurements, and you'll want to grade between that. Or if you're making the women's size and you're above or below 5'5" by an inch, then we'll show you how to adjust for that. I personally also do a full bust adjustment and a sway back adjustment on my peplum, so I'm going to show you how to do that while we're at it. thank you for joining me. It was a great time, and I hope that you will soon be as much in love with this pattern as I am. I've perfected my pieces at this point. It's so nice to just be able to pull them out and sew them up knowing that it's going to fit, because I've done all the adjustments to my pattern pieces and I can just reuse them from now on. Any questions about using the layers, assembling, or any of the little shortcuts I might have taken during this video? I'm not perfect. Send me a message and I'm happy to tell you why that works for me. Thanks.